want to thank you and welcome you back to lesson number 8. In lesson number 7, we looked at the fact that where God leads, He provides, and how He provided for us when we had nothing to commence the spare project. But I also like to take us on lesson number 8, that the just shall live by faith. While we were on the spare project, by June 1998, something happened. We are going on with the project with the resources of SPEB. They had about 15 million naira in their coffers for a project of 70-something million naira. They expected the project to last over 5 years, 6 years. But as I was praying concerning that project, the Lord said this project will be completed under the military. And we believe the word of God. Contrary to what we know, we knew that time that the head of state, Abacha, was interested through the 5 parties on becoming a civilian president. And it was scheduled to take place that by October 1998, this project will have been completed. He will have moved from being a military head of state to become a civilian head of state. But here we were, 3-4 months to that period, God is saying this project will be completed under the military. I couldn't understand it. How could it be completed under the military in the light of what we know? Where are the resources going to come from? The budget for it is not there. But God said, my son, I want you to borrow money, throw money into that particular project. And we began the process. We threw all the money we had. We borrowed money and borrowed funds, and we are putting it on the project. We carried on beyond what was the annual budget for that project with National Primary Education Commission, Kaduna, and the Enugu State SPEB. Then, the Director of Finance and Supplies at SPEB then was none other than Mrs. Apo Eze. And she came to me and said, why are you moving so fast? You have exceeded the budget we have. We can't pay you because our money comes from the budget of National Primary Education Commission. And in the budget for this year, you have exceeded the budget and you are still going, and this is only June, July. I told her that I have heard from the Lord, that the Lord said that this project will be commissioned under the military. She felt I was going mad. How could I be going against saying that I'm listening to God when they are the one funding the project? She had to go and meet my brother-in-law, Pastor Richard Ago, and said, it looks like your brother-in-law has gone bonkers. How is he believing that this project will be completed under the military? Contrary to the political knowledge we have that by October 1998, there will be a civilian government. Contrary to the fact that we know our annual budget. But like I said, the just shall live by faith. So what we had to do was to borrow money according to what we heard, as seeing him who is invincible. Never did I know that by August, that Abacha would die. And there will be a new head of state, Absalom Abubakar. And there will be a new military administrator for Enugu State. Taking over from Colonel Ahman will be Captain Adewumi Benson Agbaje, a surveyor like myself. So, fast forward from that June when we believed the Lord and continue to fund the project to August, a new administrator came in, Adewumi Benson Agbaje. And in the course of time, he decided that that project, the spare project, will be his legacy project in Enugu. And that the funding will no more go in tandem with the funding of National Primary Education Commission or the funding of SPEB and their budgetary provision. Rather that he, on behalf of Enugu State government, is taking that project directly and they are funding it from the state government. And they did an evaluation to see if they fund it, whether it can be completed and commissioned during his tenure. And they found out, yes, if we didn't believe the Lord to continue and do the decking, the first decking that we did, the project would not have been completable during his tenure. But because we obeyed the Lord and lived by faith in the word of God and did the first decking, the project was then completable. And he therefore decided that the funding came from government house, they generate their certificate in SPEB, and they send it to government house and they get paid. and he'll come supervising that project. Fast forward April 1999, the head of state, Abdulsalam Abubakar, came to Enugu and commissioned that project according to the word of the Lord in June 1998, that this project will be commissioned under the military. My friend, I don't know what God have told you. You may appear reckless. It may appear that you don't know what you are doing. Just like me, you are putting money to borrow contrary to facts and figures that is around you, contrary to the political reality that are around you, because you saw him who is invincible. But I'll let you know that the just shall live by their faith. And I'd like you to know that if we didn't continue with God by faith and deck that first decking, that project would not have been completable. I'm asking you that whatever God has asked you to do, by faith, play a role. God never fails. He knows the end of a matter from the beginning. 2026, 2027 have been living in the spiritual. And he knows all the dimensions of each. And this, as you listen to us, asking you, walk by faith and not by sight. And it will surprise you what that God will do with you. God bless you and thank you for joining us in 30 years of God's faithfulness. Remain blessed and remain kept and sustained by him alone. God bless you.
Copen Group, building lives and structures.